Hi everyone, welcome to another interview here at the expo floor of ITC Europe in beautiful Barcelona, very hot Barcelona. I'm joined by Mikko, Hyppönen, who has just delivered an excellent keynote presentation for F-Secure on the stage. Lovely to have you here, how are you doing?
Thank you, thanks for having me. It's great to be here in Barcelona.
Absolutely is, and also the pleasure's all mine. Before we kick off, just do a quick intro for our watchers, listeners.
Sure. So I have been working with cybersecurity since 1991. I've spent all my life with technology, and all the time I've been working for F-Secure, which is the largest cybersecurity company out of Nordics. We work extensively with consumer security, providing end-user security with Windows and mobile security solutions.
Fantastic stuff. So a real subject matter expert, and the more eagle-eyed among you will have seen this book here, which we will come on to in a moment. Let's start off with something that tells me we might be asleep at the wheel here. Is there something missing? I mean, I'm thinking about home insurance right now. Sure. I know we've framed it in a cyber landscape, but is there something we're missing in home insurance? Like I say, are we asleep at the wheel?
When we think about our risks or crime, like what's the most likely crime we as consumers could become a victim of, we immediately think about the real world. Someone's gonna steal my wallet, steal my bike, break into my summer cottage. And that's the traditional crime landscape. But right now, for most of us, the most likely place to become a victim of a crime is no longer the real world. It's the online world. This revolution where we are now spending 50% of our time online has changed the risks we face. It's more likely that someone steals your account than that someone steals your wallet. It's more likely that someone steals your password than that someone steals your bike. And we're not really thinking about that in the sense of risks or in the way of solutions that we're providing, for example, through insurance.
And I mean, that's obviously very easy to get bogged down in the doom and gloom here. I mean, if I think about some of the passwords that I have, they're hardly of Fort Knox quality. And I'm thinking about, the insurance industry and how we react to it. There's obviously products that need to be developed.
Sure.
What are those cyber products that we actually need, that you and I as consumers actually need?
We did a study for consumer clients around Europe about how they feel about insurance, and over 70% already today expect that home insurance includes cyber insurance. That means that if something happens to your computers, to your data, if you get hacked, insurance would cover that. And majority of those people who want to get cyber insurance as part of their home insurance already assume that cyber insurance includes a cybersecurity product, which makes a lot of sense. If a consumer has a cyber insurance, a cybersecurity product will make it less likely that those risks will become a reality, which means there's less claims for insurance companies and for insurers.
I think it's pretty clear right now, in a more general sense, that we're in another sort of technological revolution. We can see them dotted out throughout history.
Sure.
But there seems to me something different about this one in particular. ChatGPT, generative AI, etc., just seems slightly different to me. Can you walk us through what you think is different about this particular technological revolution?
Technology shapes the world. Technology revolutions are the things which change the world faster than anything ever before. This has always been the case. If you look back down to Industrial Revolution or mechanical power, steam engines, electrical engines.
Even the printing press, for example.
All of that changed the world very quickly. And the last big change was the internet revolution 30 years ago. And 30 years ago, those of us who remember how it felt like when web became a reality, we were all really excited and really upbeat about how internet deletes geography, which means companies can go global. We have global clients and customers. We can find like-minded people from anywhere in the world. It's going to be great. Nobody 30 years ago was focusing on the downsides of this internet revolution. Yes, we got all those upsides, but at the very same time, we got global crime, global risks. We killed privacy. Conspiracy theories are thriving now better than ever before. Elections are fought and lost over influence operations, and cyber war has become a reality. So these things happened, but we weren't focusing or thinking about them in the beginning of the revolution. And this is interesting, because right now, today in 2023, we are in the middle of the next big revolution, which is AI. And the discussion seems to be centering around the risks. AI is going to take away our jobs. The creative things we thought only humans could do, machines will be able to do in the future. AI is going to kill us all. It's going to be doomsday and Terminator. The upsides are huge, and nobody's speaking about that. And it's interesting how we've like flipped upside down between these two different revolutions, both of which have both upsides and downsides.
Exactly, and let's dig into those upsides. It's a bit too easy. We are at an insurance conference. We love talking about risk, and that can sometimes, lead us into that downside, risky rabbit hole. But let's think about the bright side for a change. Talk to me through that.
Sure. So, OpenAI, which is the leading cyber artificial intelligence company in the world, their mission statement is to build AGI, that's artificial general intelligence, which superhuman intelligence. That's what they're trying to build. If we get there right, if they or someone else makes us cross the line, that means that we would become the second most intelligent being on the planet. And if superhuman intelligence, if we get it right, if it's benevolent, if it's done in a way which will help us solve our problems, we in many ways would enter utopia. Superhuman intelligence would work with us to solve the problems that we can't solve. Problems like hunger, poverty, disease, anything. We would cure cancer, we would become interplanetary. We wouldn't need to work unless we wanted to. All of these things are at our reach if we cross the line and we get there in the right way. If we cross the line in the wrong way, or if it's the wrong party bringing us to the world of superintelligence, it's going to be doomsday. But if we get there right, it's going to be utopia.
Yeah, I mean, it is impossible to remove any possibility or any risk of bad actors. But as you say, there are those bright sides there. Just finally, Mikko, I want to hear about this book. Provocative title, provocative language used inside it. Talk to me about the book. What's the thesis?
Well, the title is a reference to smart devices. If it's smart, it's vulnerable. That's the Hyppönen law. I once said it somewhere during a conference keynote and it stuck. It's a reference to how when we add connectivity and functionality into everyday devices, yes, they become smart, but at the same time, they become vulnerable. If something is programmable, it is hackable. And the example I always use is my watch. This is my Omega Seamaster from 21 years ago. I've been carrying it for 21 years. How do you hack my watch? And you don't.
You can't.
Yeah, no, there's nothing to hack.
Yeah.
There's no code, there's no CPU, there's no Bluetooth, there's no nothing. Then when we look at the watches people are wearing in their wrists here at DIA, we see Apple watches, Android watches, Garmin, Suuntos, smart watches, and they might be very secure. For example, Apple watches are built to be very secure, but are they completely unhackable? No. They are made by humans. Humans make mistakes. When programmers make mistakes, they become bugs. When we have bugs in interconnected systems, they become vulnerabilities. And that's the revolution that we are in the middle of. The book covers the revolution of the internet revolution to AI revolution and how it's going to change everything for the better, but also everything for the worse.
Fantastic stuff. All of our attendees, you will be able to purchase this book. Whereabouts can they purchase it? Amazon?
Amazon
anywhere?
is a good choice, yes.
Amazon, get yourselves down to Amazon on your laptop rather than a physical store, as that one suggests. Make sure you give it a read. Absolutely fascinating. Mikko, thank you so much. For all our attendees, audience members watching at home, do check out the rest of the content that we have for you from this conference, and also the stuff that we've been putting up for a while as well. It's guaranteed to give you some food for thought. Mikko, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.